There's this idea floating around that if you don't have a lot of friends, or even any friends at all, there's something wrong with you. Society often equates popularity or being surrounded by people with success and happiness. But here's a little truth bomb. Having no friends can sometimes indicate that you're in a stage of your life where you're so focused on your growth, self-discovery, and purpose that superficial relationships simply don't fit into the equation. And guess what? That's okay. Now, don't get me wrong. Friendship is a beautiful thing, and having people in your life who understand you and share your journey is valuable. However, the absence of friends at certain points doesn't necessarily mean you're lonely or failing socially. In fact, it often means you've reached a level of awareness and self-respect that allows you to prioritize quality over quantity when it comes to relationships. Let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed that as you grow older, it becomes harder to maintain a large social circle? That's because as we evolve, our priorities shift. The same people who might have been your ride or die a few years ago may not align with who you are now. Perhaps you started focusing on your career, developing your skills, or rediscovering who you are and what you want out of life. In those moments, you might naturally drift away from friendships that no longer serve your growth. It's not that you've done anything wrong. You've simply outgrown the need to surround yourself with people who don't add value to your life. Sometimes, having no friends is a sign that you're in a season of self-discovery. You might be in a phase where you're really digging deep, figuring out who you are without the noise of others' opinions. That quiet space where you're alone isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. Think of it as a pause, a chance to reflect on where you've been and where you're headed. The world is full of distractions, and friends, no matter how well-intentioned, can sometimes be one of those distractions. When you're truly alone, you have a unique opportunity to tune into your inner voice and align with your true self. And let's be real, not everyone deserves access to your energy. It's okay to be selective. In fact, it's healthy. Just because someone is available to be your friend doesn't mean they're the right fit for you right now. Your energy is valuable. You shouldn't give it away freely to anyone who wants it. Protecting your space and your peace is a form of self-care. If you're finding that you have no friends at this moment, it might be because you realize that the people who were once in your circle no longer match your energy. Have you ever heard the saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with"? It's powerful, right? If you're someone striving for growth, trying to reach new levels of success, or even just working on becoming a better version of yourself, you need to be around people who elevate you. Sometimes, those people aren't in your life just yet. So, if you find yourself without friends, it might mean you're in transition, waiting for the right people to come along. People who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to be the best version of yourself. You see, it's not about how many friends you have. It's about having the right ones. Sometimes, you need to clear the clutter of empty relationships to make room for meaningful connections. Friendships built on shared values, deep understanding, and mutual respect. Until you find those, being alone isn't a bad thing. It's part of the process. Another thing to consider is that being alone can also be a sign that you're strong enough to walk your own path. It takes courage to stand by yourself, to pursue your goals, dreams, and passions without relying on the validation of others. Some people fill their time with friends because they can't handle being alone. But if you're in a place where you can find peace in your own company, you've unlocked a level of self-sufficiency that many people never achieve. That's something to be proud of. So, if you're watching this and thinking, "But I don't have any friends right now," take a moment to reflect on where you are in life. Are you focusing on your goals? Are you becoming the person you're meant to be? Are you protecting your energy and making sure only the right people are allowed in? If the answer is yes, then having no friends right now isn't something to stress about. In fact, it's a sign that you're on the right path. Remember, friendships will come and go. The most important relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. So, if you're finding yourself alone, maybe that's exactly what you need right now. Take this time to grow, to learn, and to become the best version of yourself. When the right people do come into your life, you'll be ready to welcome them as the authentic, whole person you've become.